Well, it's not that late yet. I'm gonna get up and do some more homework now and walk outside a bit. But this is my part 4 of the diary for April 4th, 2023. Got all the curtains closed for relaxing a little bit. When I'm triggered by nonsense, or things not happening, or people again, I have to follow up with people for their own, get them to look in their own email boxes. It's I wasn't specifically today doing that in person, but it happens a lot. And then you can't expect better emails after that. You've been there after you sent an email. It says, oh, do it this way by email. And it never works. And then you follow up in person and you still get incomplete. Person passed on the information to them. They still didn't look. They just give a semi-generic response. You can tell that, you'll have to repeat yourself a third time. It's good to have a break from this species alienation. Man, I think the kids should be in charge of schools, and the adults should be sitting in the classroom and learning from them, because they're so busy domesticating the poor kids out of their ability to use the higher functions of their brains. They can't even realize what's happened to them as people primates. Anyways, so to finish up part 4, here's the last thing. I mean, there's probably more, but here's the last thing I wanted to say is, so with the school district response, I did approach initially saying, the first email, if she looked at it, the lady, I don't know if she did, she might have just responded to my visits message, is that I just want to work at this place where I'm already working as a sub once in a while, because the teachers there say, yeah, I should apply. And that means not other schools, but I think they would need people to go there. And I already know the kids from working there, and it's like they're responding well to me, and I'm teaching them already outside of school time different things. It's like I don't know why the people primate adults have so many ways that they think things need to be done that actually is just devolution of cultures. But anyways, so if they don't respond, I could, if I'm still working there next month after the training session that comes when the final groups are finished here, is I could insist on a new contract as a condition and say that it must include my being a supportive person that does a certain amount of hours in the different schools with the teachers there. Now, the teachers themselves, let's say, let's say we don't go by the school district, because it's really the kids that are there and their parents and the employer I'm already with that should decide this. And the teachers will be so happy. The teacher is always happy I'm supporting them in the classroom and adding this joy and this facilitation that makes everything easy, and this participation role modeling and the learning they do from me. Although their egos don't make them realize that when they give me compliments to go get certification or apply with the school district, is they don't realize that they believe, they believe if only I could have their jobs, instead of them having my skill sets, But the teachers would be happy. They probably, if I say to the teachers after being there a while, oh yeah, I never really connected in a productive way with your school district. I'm just doing hours. I'm being paid by this place here to be with you, supporting you with the kids, and then I follow up so we're all on the same page when you guys are not here on the weekends. And they'd be happy. They probably wouldn't even want to tell the school district. And I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just having to be sneaky to be serving the kids, because it's kids, learners, child, and families first. But you can't go through a school system or a government system or a funding system or a political system to do this, because that's not how it's done. To put, human rights first, you have to agree that nobody that receives a paycheck puts human rights first, doesn't prioritize self-actualization or personal development, and progress must be slow, otherwise the workers feel very intimidated if suddenly the clientele they serve surpasses them very quickly. You must slow down their process and keep them thinking they're victims in every system, because really we've all failed. There's nobody in the medical or education system that isn't insecure in some way about their own lack of personal development and personal development. I mean, maturation process, and many of them are like smoking and driving and texting and As soon as they leave work, you can see it, like smoking these electric things as if they're less deadly. Ay, ay, ay. Less deadly. I mean, sometimes it might be measured to be slightly less deadly for their bodies, but still as deadly for their minds because they'll do it more, and then everybody's gonna do it, and nobody challenges each other on it. So now there's like officially more smokers. So now we have to put on these. Will we evolve to the point during this Anthropocene that already started where we put a Surgeon General, whatever, on those mechanical things that poison our brains and that we want to give to our kids as early as possible because it stresses us out to have kids. And we're so busy now trying to have more kids that we don't need to be stressed out by our kids. That's pretty much what's happening in the patterns that an Homo sapien can observe.